Hi guys, before we kick this episode of the podcast off, there are just, like in seemingly every episode of the show, just a few things that I need to explain quickly before we start. So, the reason that you didn't see an episode uploaded last week is because we actually had recorded one on schedule like normal, but as I was editing and uploading the video that week instead of Pete who normally does all that, I completely forgot to upload it and only realized it like yesterday when it was way too late to upload it again. But what happened is that this week we were actually unavailable to do the podcast, so I decided to upload last week's episode this week, and we'll do a catch-up episode next week. Hope that all made sense. You're just listening to a week-old episode. Enjoy the podcast. Hello everybody, welcome back to This Week in Monstercat. This is the podcast where me and a bunch of my friends go around talking about what's happened this week in Monstercat. My name is Mika, you know me, I'm your host as always, except not really as always because Pete hosted last week. It's all very confusing. Alright, who else we got this week? We don't have any of the usual crew. We got the weird off-brand, weirdos. We got Ethan.
We got the leftovers.
Yeah.
Hello.
And we also have Jon, the Red Honk director.
The Red Honk director?
Like, okay. How's it going, my boy?
Blue Eagle producer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Alright, so, how are we all? We doing good?
I'm doing
smashing.
pretty great.
I'm good.
I'm feeling like I'm on a painkiller, even though I'm not. It's been one of those days for me, so I'm like, I'm in seventh heaven.
I can't say I relate.
Oh, wow.
Okay, fair enough. I don't know why I'm feeling like this, but I'm not gonna complain about it.
That's good. At least you're not feeling,
terrible. Yeah.
Shitty.
Yeah.
Like my normal.
Alright, so
life.
it is the 22nd episode. And in this week, what's happened? We've had a couple songs come out. I know Chardonnay wasn't necessarily this week, but we didn't want to do it last week because we're doing all the rankings. This week, we're going to go through Ethan's top 30 albums, or top 30 songs of album 30.
Top 30 albums.
Yeah. And we'll also go through Jon's. Yep. Even though he already has a video up for that if you want to see it. And after we've gone through that, we'll be quick with that. We'll go through Chardonnay by, what's his name? That feature-based... Conroe, yeah. We got Waiting for Your Call by Anivo. We got Escape by Noise Storm. We got Deep in the Night, Barely Alive remix. Then a whole bunch of news to talk about. And then the other normal stuff. Okay, so... I think we might just kick it off with Ethan. What was your least favorite song of this album?
I think Jon already knows it. I left a comment on his video, but starting off on a bad note, we got Hype, number 30.
Yeah, Hype.
It's in its own tier. It's I tiered it bad and repetitive. There's not a lot to say about it. It's just too repetitive.
It's pretty boring. Yeah.
It is. Yeah. Slightly better, but still pretty bad. Just You by Puppet and Pierce Bolton, which is a shame because
the last track those two did was
I wasn't a huge fan of. Yeah, I know a lot of people liked it. I wasn't a huge fan of Boy and the Beast, but I know a lot of people liked it.
Yeah,
I think I knew that. Yeah, so sorry.
Yeah,
about
Just
that.
You was a bit bland.
Yeah. Alright, so slightly better than Just You. I've got 4 tracks in this tier. Not bad, but nothing impressive. 28 is Back to Start by Stonebank.
Whoa, that was pretty high for me.
I know, I liked a lot of the house music in this album, but this one just seemed a little lackluster in my opinion.
Yeah, I totally get why people would think that. It's poppy, it's unoriginal, it's not doing anything special. I just fucking really like it.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. 27, Feel Like This. I mean...
3 spots too high for me,
hardcore,
so...
I can say. Yeah, I know.
I like it. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No. Oh shit! No, I got confused.
You're thinking of the Inevo song, aren't you?
Yeah, I was thinking the Inevo song. No, I feel like this is
Feel
absolutely
something.
abhorrent.
Oh no, that's don't worry about it.
I think Matthew,
Alright,
when he did his ranking video, he said like "feel like shit" or something like that. To just
yeah,
I think
feel
he
like
also had
shit.
it
Yeah.
the other day.
Yeah, that's awesome. 26, we've got Haunted by Slips and Slurs. It's I don't think it's a really bad song on its own, but I think Slips and Slurs can do way better. I don't like he's no pun intended, but he's like slipping away. His style, in my opinion. It's getting a little generic. All this
Wi-Fi
really
Tears,
weird sort of dubstep that he's going for. Well, I liked Wi-Fi Tears.
Well, yeah, Wi-Fi Tears was good until we heard like
sorta
4 songs that sounded the exact same as Wi-Fi Tears.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. And at 25 we got Chipland.
Yeah.
Also probably several spots too high.
Oh yeah. Get out of here, cuz.
Alright, and now we're gonna get into songs that I actually really start to like.
24 of them. That's.
Well, I mean, 24. Like, I wouldn't say I love the next couple, but these are still okay. These are good. Like, I'm starting to get into songs that I like to an extent. So, at 24 we got My Dear.
Yeah.
By Summer Was Fun.
Yeah.
I remember doing that episode with you guys. I know you weren't too big.
Yeah,
but
it's very meh. It's very not that special. I think.
No, yeah, it didn't do a whole lot different, but I like. I sort of like Summer Was Fun's future bass a bit more than most of his indie dance. Like, just as a whole, I guess, because he only has like 2 songs that are future bass. Hold On, I think, was also future bass, but. Yeah, anyway, 23, Shimmer, by No Taker.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people had that really, really high.
It was Pete's
like
number 1.
I know, yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't like it that much.
Pete, I'm sorry.
So I'm happy to hear someone that doesn't, absolutely love it.
I mean, at the end of the album, a comment I left on John's video, I had it like 27 or 26. I was like, I should go back and listen to this, but...
Yeah, it's too
it's
repetitive.
Better. It's a little better than I thought it was, but yeah, a bit repetitive. 22, we have Virtuality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not bad.
I don't know. I think it's just lacking a vocalist in my opinion, because I liked a lot of.
That's not a complaint I ever have.
Songs. Oh yeah. I don't know. I like a lot of his songs that have vocalists, but all right, 21. Roller Coaster.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's alright.
Do you prefer the future bass or the hybrid trap part?
Man, I forget what I said the last time, but I don't know. I think I do like future bass just a little bit more.
The hybrid trap's sort of shit.
I don't like that it was labeled.
I got sick of the future bass so quickly that. Like, I listened to it about 4 times and I got sick of it, so the hybrid trap's the only bit that's sort of interesting to me anymore. It's sort of a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I like how it has 3 pretty different drops. Well, the first one and the third one are similar, but they have their differences, so I can appreciate that.
Yeah, it's got a good structure.
Yeah. 20, we've got Lost. Huge step up from Panic.
Oh, totally.
Yep.
That last drop's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the melody
it's awesome.
in that. Yeah.
Very slidey.
Oh yeah. I dig it for sure. 19 is Ready to Go.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah. I know.
Slightly better because of the vocalist. No, but I don't know. I feel like this song could have been way better. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but
it bores the absolute shit out of me. It's just fucking Halsey D&B with a shitty vocalist.
It is pretty boring.
To me.
It wasn't. I think their remix of Time to Say Goodbye was hella lot better.
Yeah. Infinitely.
Like if that was on the label, that would have been way higher. But yeah. So 18, we're getting into songs that I think are great, and yeah. So 18 is Echoes of the Past.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Geez, you think 18 of the songs are great? That's a good amount.
That's a
good amount. Like, I think that might be the most of all of the people that talked about it here.
Yeah, I think I tend to like a lot more songs than a lot of people do.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, just as a whole. But 17 is Shadow Task.
Nice.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, I love that EP because of I had low standards for Pilot at first, but like a lot of his releases before Shadow Task were a little bit bland to me. So this was a huge
really?
step up.
Even Flashbacks?
Yeah. Well, Flashback, yeah. I mean, a lot of them, I don't know, man.
Flashbacks is so good.
They were cool. It's just not sort of my style, even though I do like indie dance. This was a little...
You don't like synth?
I mean... I want to say I do, but his synthwave isn't incredible. But I think a lot of the songs on this EP were like really, really well done. Like Kane was Kane and Shadow Dance. We don't like Kane.
I hate it. I like the rest of them, but Kane I like really despise. It sounds like it sounds like it's trying to be like inspirational 80s guitar power chords.
Hey, I like that kind of music, man.
It's not a bad song, but it's just a song I really dislike.
Didn't we talk about that? Wasn't Mika? Weren't you on our podcast when we talked about that one?
Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
Are you sure Kane's the one you don't like?
I'm sure it's the one he doesn't
like.
The intro one?
The rest, like, Data's good,
right.
and then Loke is absolutely amazing, and then Clover's pretty good, and then Shadow Tuck's awesome.
I forget which one I didn't like. It was.
I think it was Data. Yeah, I think that was the one.
Yeah.
But,
it was either Data or
that
Lock.
one's okay.
All right. Yeah. All right. Anyway, 16. We've got however you pronounce this, Automaton.
Yeah, Automaton.
Automaton.
Yeah, awesome.
Pretty good.
Really good.
Yeah, and I like. It's pretty different from anything I've ever heard on Monstercat, which is definitely good.
Yeah, it's got a bit of a nice sort of synth prog house vibe to it, as well as a nice sort of glitchy, mechanical, industrial sound. It's really interesting.
Yeah, first song that was labeled techno, but quickly changed back to electronic.
Oh,
I think it was. Yeah, I know. I was pretty disappointed about that, but 15, Dropping Low.
So good. That song just like it carries so much weight to it, don't you think? Like everything you hear, and it's just like, oh, that hits hard.
Yeah, it's really heavy.
Great. Yeah.
Slightly better, in my opinion, is Everything by World. Which, if I could go on a tangent about this song.
Well, you love World. Tell us.
Yeah, By Design is probably one of my favorite songs, and so I had high expectations for more World D&B, but I don't know, he didn't really.
It was very different.
I don't want to say I was disappointed. Yeah, this one was more sort of like groovy, in a way.
But that's like cool.
Like those first two drops, I was like, they were a little minimal. It could have been more going on, but
I think that was like that was like by. When I say like by design, I don't mean that isn't the song, but I think that was intentional. For it to sound like that, to sound minimal, and then the last drop sort of meant to, I guess, like be this big, not heavy, but like
the last drop sort of ties back in.
Like it's got a lot going on.
Yeah,
it reminds me of the last drop. Reminds me a lot of By Design. I thought you'd like it a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, that last drop I do like quite a bit. So that was his songs like sort of saving.
Do you like the vocals?
But oh yeah, no, vocals are great.
I didn't think I would, but no, I really like his accent. It's good.
Yeah, for sure. 13, we've got Savage.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've been listening to this song a lot more, and I can sort of really appreciate what Kiro has done. I know. Last time I talked about this song, I wasn't too big on it. Like it's still nowhere near as good as Amen, but I still really appreciate it and like it a lot.
Yeah, it's never been able to quite grab me. Quite.
Yeah. Yeah. 12, Someone New.
Ooh,
nice.
Unlike Pluto.
I love that song so much.
Oh, good.
It's so good.
I'm sort of really starting to like all the R&B sort of style Monstercat's putting out. It's not, 100% R&B, but it's got those. A lot of the songs lately have sort of rhythm and blues-esque vocals.
Yeah, a bit.
And yeah, I think it's a nice touch.
Yeah, I love that song so much. It was my third favorite of the album. It's.
Oh yeah.
I love it even more because I shouldn't, because it's not the sort of thing I ever like, but for some reason I do, which just amplifies how much I love it. It's like a little self-rebellion.
Yeah. And before you next album, there's a happy hardcore track.
No, it's gonna be the Gamma remix of Go Berserk.
That'll be the day.
It's gonna be that's gonna be number one.
That'll be my favorite.
That'll be the day. He has a number one. All right. We've got at number 9, Pillvorm. No. I mean, whoops, I skipped a few. 11, Melatonin. My bad. I got the 2 R&B tracks confused. Not R&B, but you'll see when I say.
Okay, I think I know what you mean.
So 11, Melatonin. Yeah. And this song, when it came out, I was really surprised. I was like, "Where's Haywire?" It sounds like Haywire. Like, did they not credit him? But no, it's really cool, really experimental for Super Andreas, and I love
everything except that blip, 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 blip sounding thing is really good. Yeah.
10, Feel Something. This is a song. I got Someone New and Feel Something confused. So, 10, Feel Something.
Pretty good.
Anevo is probably, I don't want to say like he's my favorite, but he's getting up there with his releases. We'll get into that later, because he had a song. So,
he's been going a bit downhill recently, but like with his remix of The Girl, I absolutely adored that. And then The Electric Heart, I also adored that. And then Don't Shoot Me Down was really good, and then this wasn't bad.
Okay.
So then the next one,
9, Pillvorm. I already said that, but
yep, not as good as your flip of it, but
not featuring Crackhead this time around.
Pillvorm's cool. It's like Aloha, but not as good.
Yeah.
I don't love Aloha as a
It's
I don't really
comparison.
think there's really a song like Pillvorm on the label. Like,
No. If you could compare it to anything, I'd say something like Fopspin,
maybe,
or like even Dampings, just some of his own stuff.
No, to me it gives me like
those way better than Aloha.
that like tropical beach vibe.
yeah,
like Aloha.
I guess I can see with like the first and third drops of Aloha. I see what you mean, but there's nothing anywhere near as
No,
dark
not
as
the
that
middle
second
of
drop.
Aloha.
Right, yeah. So at 8 we've got Pixel.
Yep.
Way better than Hype.
Oh yeah.
Way better. Oh man.
Yeah, we know Xavier wouldn't be happy if you didn't have that high. Yeah.
Well, this next one's gonna make someone unhappy. 7 we've got Go Berserk.
It's like what?
You were like waiting
What?
for that to come up. What's he
It
gonna
doesn't
say?
have
What's he gonna say?
it doesn't even have one redeeming feature. Or at least to me, it's just like
Alright, opinions.
the main melody is like slow and boring and repetitive, just like dud 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 dud, and then the vocals are just like annoying and high pitched, and then the drop is uninspired and it's nothing original. It's just fucking bro step. But though it's probably the worst bro step Peg One Mo's have put out yet.
I disagree
I
with you
don't
on
know
that.
about
Shut up! I really like their VIP mix of Heartbeat, alright?
Oh, I was more going for
do.
Superstar, but
Nah, Superstar's pretty good too.
Yeah, I was gonna say like Superstar or Deep in the Night.
Deep in the Night's great! Get fucked! You just got it all
Like, I
wrong
like
today, man.
Weaponize. That's one of my favorites. I like Weaponize and Go Berserk.
I love
Those are
anything
my
Snails
top two.
touches, so. Because he's fucking awesome.
Alright, 6, we got Saving Light.
Ugh. That was number what, 20? Number 28 for me, I think.
Oh.
27. Oh no, it was 26.
I didn't judge it.
It's
I mean, I didn't judge it based on the music video.
certainly didn't help.
The song itself, no, it didn't help it too much. But the song itself, I think, is great. I think it's trance well done. Since like we haven't had real trance since I want to say Lift You Up or Altitude. So
I think it's trance trying to be as hard. I think it's trance trying as hard as possible to get to the number 1 chart and be as commercial and uninspired and unoriginal and boring as possible, and with as little. And it's trying to sound as little like trance as it can, but still get away with being trance. It wants to be a pop song, but it knows it has to be trance. And it's just shit. Sorry.
I'd say we had a few pop songs on this album, like Just
Definitely.
pretty pop.
Just pop.
And I think this is way different.
Back to You.
Way more going on than.
Back to You's pop.
Back to You, yeah, or Back to Start.
Back to Start. I mean.
yep.
Yep.
and then Feel Something and Someone New. Or kind of.
I could make a claim for
claim
Tumbling
them,
Down,
but-
yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, speaking of Tumbling Down, number 5, Tumbling Down.
Pretty good.
Man, I don't know who it was, but someone had this like way towards the back, and I was like,
Yeah, I had it at like
Really?
20 or 22 or something.
I can understand that, but I just think
Was
it's my favorite
Was it
Surrender song on the
D-Money?
label right
I
now.
want to say it was him.
I think it was Matthew. It doesn't matter who
Okay.
it was. No, I'm kidding.
It was. It's good. It's a really,
Yeah,
really good
so-
song, but I just don't like it that much for some reason.
Yeah, I like the melody and the vocals quite a bit. There's some highlights for me, but yeah. So that's I forgot to make the transition for my my tiers. So 5 through 1 are all like songs I think are amazing, and there will probably be towards my top of the pack at the end of the
Yeah.
year. So 5, starting with 5 was songs I'm really loving. So at number 4 we've got Losing You.
Oh! It's so good. It's so good. Oh, Prog
Yeah.
House, man. It's
Man,
it's
I'm so happy
it's
it
my
fixes
shit.
back. Yeah, for sure. Speaking of more house, 3, good to go.
I was waiting for that. I was like, is he gonna put it on number 1? Is he gonna? No, but
Yeah, man, I thought I was going to when it came out, but I like 2 songs more.
good to go. So
Bit
good.
more. Yeah. Number 2, Constellations. And I don't know how you can't like this song.
I do.
It's-
I love it.
There is so much. Well, no, I'm just saying whoever does
Oh,
it. I
right,
don't know
yeah.
how you can't.
Pengu.
I think
Yeah.
Pangu had it at 30.
So he loves. What was it that Pengu loved? He loved.
He loves Dion Timmer vocals.
and he hates constellations. Like, makes sense. He makes bad music. Just checking.
I like both.
All right.
Man, this song, it's better than Wake Up. So fight me.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with that.
Yeah,
I know Pete
would
would.
disagree with you.
Pete would kill you.
Pete would
It
kill
was
me.
his favorite song of the year.
I've already triggered Pete once this episode, not again. And at number 1, we got Resistance.
Oh yeah, of course.
Mhm.
Yeah, good stuff. It's like
Oh,
Booga
yeah.
Booga and all that shit. Love it.
Ooga booga.
The good vocals.
Exactly. Yeah, good list, John.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, do you have any closing thoughts about the album, Ethan? Do you want to talk about?
Ooh, closing thoughts.
Just like how, like,
Not as
would
good
you
as
would you say it's a good or a
029.
bad, or like where would you?
Oh yeah, right. As a whole, I think this album was pretty good. It wasn't too genre, I don't know the word, but it didn't have a lot of like as many genres as 029.
Yeah,
obviously,
very
but,
varied.
there was a lot of variety though, despite the genres. I'm and only one new artist, right?
No, there's. I
No,
mean,
there were plenty of new artists. I'm sorry.
like not counting the collaborators. There's Gareth Emery. There's Gammer. I guess Gammer, Darren Styles, whatever.
Yeah.
And the Robotaki.
Mm-hmm. Robotaki.
Mm.
Yeah, I think a lot of artists sort of put out a new kind of style. Like, I loved Someone New. That was sort of different
Yes.
for unlike Pluto. And then we had what was it? We had 2 Ramses beat tracks, which is cool, both drum and bass. What am I trying to look for? Oh, Melatonin. That was the one. Yeah, that was the one that really was one of the highlights of the album for me in terms of experimental sort of as experimental songs go, and Resistance too. That was so. It was. I'm so happy to see Aircord back with a hard hitting style.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, much better than Love and Hate. So, yeah, as a whole, this album, I'm pretty happy with it. A few songs could have been better, but I liked a lot of songs quite well, so, yeah, I liked it. Not as good as, like, 029 or 027, in my opinion, but still a great album.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's yeah, damn solid. All right, John. I think because you've already got the video up, which describes all your feelings about all the songs. Oh wait, doesn't? I don't know. Just do you want to go through yours sort of quickly? Just because.
I don't think I really need to. I can say a few songs I've kind of changed my mind on a little bit.
How about you just give us your top 5 then?
Okay, top 5. By the way, Saving Light will not be in the top 5. That's fallen to like number 6-ish. I'm falling off a little bit on it. I still really like it.
Good.
But
wasn't it your number 1 or something of the album?
No, it's number 3.
Number 3,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be your number 1. But...
No, I kind of see the flaws of it. I still think it's a really good song, but I don't have it number 1. But yeah, my number 5 is Shimmer by No Taker, just because it's really uplifting and solid, and I've really come around to No Taker style. 4 is Good to Go by Rootkit for pretty much the same reason everybody else who's been on this podcast
Everybody's had that
likes
song
it.
high. Like,
Yeah.
Nice.
who wouldn't have that song in their top 5?
Yeah, I haven't liked Rootkit's House like this, but for some reason this song it speaks to me. I don't know. But yeah. Number 3 is Melatonin by Soup Andreas, because it's experimental Soup Andreas, and it's really good. It's nerve.
I mean, yeah, nothing will ever beat Life Goes On, but it's good.
I'm starting to think that too, but Melatonin's pretty close for me, so...
Now, I know your top 2, I just want to see what
It's
order
the same order. Resistance is 2, because it's...
Oh, okay.
It's Aerocord doing hard stuff again, and number 1's Losing You, because it picks it doing Procast.
Oh, yes, it's good.
Any...
Oh!
Want to give off any honorable mentions?
I mean, really, Saving Light and Shadow Task are like the 2 other amazing songs to me on there. When this album was like kind of nearing its conclusion, I kind of had this opinion that it was like pretty much all mediocre songs for like a third of the album, and then it just got really good all of a sudden and stayed really good the rest of the way. But now that I've
had that streak.
Now that I've looked through it, though, I kind of disagree with that observation, because I think it's a lot more standard. Like, there's 5 like okay songs, 5 not so good songs, and like 6 or 7 like solid songs, and a few really good ones, and then a few great ones. It's kind of balanced, which is not bad. I don't think it's as good as 29 though for me.
Yeah, 29 was awesome.
I agree.
Yeah, well, so yeah, awesome. Thank you for bringing your lists onto the podcast. That's good stuff. We're going to move on to the next segment of the show, which is the song segment, where we just talk about the songs that have come out this week. So we're going to start off with Chardonnay by Conroe, featuring, I don't know, who does it feature?
Kara from the Unlike Pluto song, Searching For You.
I didn't recognize that. But who wants to kick us off with how you feel about this track? How about Ethan? Tell us.
I don't.
Okay, you don't? John, what's up? How do you feel about this song?
So, one thing I noticed about this song, because like I've heard it I listened to it a few times like throughout the week, but when I was listening to it to kind of prepare for this, I noticed that the off-drop stuff, like the vocals and the kind of atmosphere, for better or for worse, it kind of reminds me of the Chainsmokers and kind of their more recent stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't mind the Chainsmokers. I'm not like, well, they're popular, they suck, but at the same time, they have some generic stuff. So I don't know.
I've had some good remixes.
Yeah. But the drop is just kind of, if you've listened to any Conroe song, I'm starting to think that you've heard them all as far as his drops go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
And yeah, it's nothing special, but I mean it's Conroe. It's Conroe feature based. I'm not gonna hate it. I'm not gonna love it. It's there. Vocals are okay. Drop is okay.
He does that side chain.
He does. Yeah, I did notice that.
He does. Yeah.
The one part of the song I really liked was the the part after the drop. It's kind of like where the breakdown would normally be. That kind of
yeah.
That was
where
really
like
nice.
pulses.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the off drop stuff too. Like that side chaining bit I just mentioned, and then the intro was really sort of dreamy too, which I like quite a bit. But the drop itself, a little lackluster. It's not doing anything different. I don't know. The only Conroe song I've really come around to is City Lights.
Oh yeah,
I've come around to that song so hard.
Yeah, man, that one's great. Yeah, I wish we could go back to something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't love this song. It'll probably be towards the back for me.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's... I don't know, it's not bad. It's got its moments which I enjoy. But the vocals hold it down for me, like, quite a lot. I really don't like the vocals. But, I don't know, the drops, like, it's all very, standard, generic Conroe fare, but, and it does have that very, a very very mainstream sound with the, there's like vocal chops that go like, ooh, in the drop, and like, little voice lines that come in and stuff. The moments you said you liked earlier, I agree with. The intro is quite nice. The bit after the first drop's alright. The drops are fine. It's got some pretty good drums, some pretty good trappy drums. But as a whole, it's not that great. It's really one of Conroe's weaker songs, and Conroe I don't even think is a particularly amazing artist in the first place. So yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's fine, I guess. You know.
Yep.
Yeah. So, God, that really that speaks to the song that we had such little to say about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys are done with that one?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Much. I mean,
that takes us to the next track, Anivo, Waiting for You, which I assume, or at least I will have a very similar lack of anything to say about it. Ethan, how do you feel about it?
Well, like I said earlier, Nevo is starting to become one of my favorite artists, and with this release, it's sort of set in like top 5 for me. Honestly, Nevo's up there. I hadn't. The only song I've heard of his, before he actually started releasing singles on Monstercat was the Girl remix, which I wasn't a huge fan of, but I know you were. Like you said,
beautiful.
It's progressive house. It's nice. It's about as good as the Girl though, but like the original mix. But Electric Heart, when that came out, I was like, well, this is different.
It's amazing.
I didn't know how to feel at first. It's come around to me though. I like it quite a bit. And then his second release shortly after, Don't Shoot Me Down, that song I love.
Yeah, really good.
Wow. It's like borderline trap, and it combines like chill out and trap, which is awesome. I think it's just, his style he has going right now it's one of my favorites, which I'm surprised.
It's like
I
would you describe it like the way I feel like what he's going for is he's going for like a very melodic, emotional style of house is sort of what he goes for.
House?
I don't know, like, would you call his music house? I don't really know what genre it would be.
I would say his last couple ones have been more like trappy, feature based than anything.
Yeah, because I think Waiting on Your Call is...
Oh, it's definitely future based.
You could basically say it's future based.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Don't Shoot Me Down, it's still one of my favorites. And then Feel Something wasn't as good. I know I had it pretty high though. 10 on 030. And this song, Waiting on Your Call, Park Avenue's vocals are just outstanding. I like them a lot more than I do for For You. And when For You came out, I liked that song quite a bit. It's just that with the mix contest last year, that song was that acapella was just so overused, and I don't like the song anymore, and I'm so unhappy about it. But this song is just engraved in my memory now. But Waiting on Your Call is just amazing in my opinion. The vocals, it's so emotional, and that sort of a choppy melody in the drop is, man, I love it. Oh man. So this song, man, I can't say enough about it. It's so good. So good in my opinion. You can disagree, but I've made my
it has its moments, right? Like the whole intro, really good. Like the vocals in the intro are very, very nice. But I sort of like, but once the whole Waiting for Your Call main vocal, part starts coming, it starts getting louder and more high pitched. Starts sounding like, I haven't listened to much of it, so this might be a dumb comparison, but it starts sounding a bit like Chris Brown sort of thing, and I hate that stuff. But the song has those moments with the vocals where I really like a lot of the more verse stuff, but the actual chorusy build-up vocally stuff I really, really hate. And then the drop is just fine, I guess. It's just, I don't know, it's very basic. It's just like dun 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 dun, and then
its structure's a little basic. I can.
I mean, I get why. Anivo to me has always been an artist that I haven't always been able to exactly explain why I love him so much. I just do because he's a really emotional artist, and like when he does it right, he is a very emotional sound to his music, which means it's hard to explain why I like it. Is that how you're sort of feeling about it? I guess a bit.
Mine, yeah, no, I definitely agree with it.
Yeah, but like this song,
emotional for sure. And
to me it just doesn't quite capture that. It's just
I almost want to say, what's that?
No, I was just gonna say the song doesn't quite get me, but yeah.
I was gonna say like his sort of style and almost what unlike Pluto's had recently is I don't want to say it doesn't belong on Monstercat, but it's sort of like it's got that style where I'm sure a lot of long-time listeners would be sort of turned off by it,
like
just because everyone's so used to all this hard stuff and like electro and dubstep and blah blah blah. This is really really different. But I'm a long-time listener too, and I adore this stuff. And I was never too big into pop and rap and that sense, but this stuff for some reason I just really adore it. And
this song does have a bit of that R&B rap trap sort of sound to it. I don't want to say it doesn't belong on Monstercat, but if it doesn't, I'm glad it is because I really like it. I don't have too much to say on it. It's a bit basic. The vocals can be bad at times, but they can also be really good at times. I think it's decent. Pete will kill me because he absolutely despises this song. But
oh really?
John,
Pete. How many times am I going to trigger Pete?
I know.
So is glitch hop your least favorite genre? And complexito is your second least favorite, and breaks is your third least favorite. Okay. Good to know.
And then he hates D&D.
Oh.
No, tell us, John. How you feeling about
Alright,
this track?
so Inevo's production here it's okay. It's kind of similar to Feel Something in where it kind of does what it needs to do to showcase the vocals, but I feel
like it's got high production value.
Oh yeah, it's got high production value, but it doesn't really do anything like outstanding as far as like breaking boundaries of electronic music or anything.
Oh, totally, yeah.
Not like the next song we're going to talk about, but honestly, the vocals in this song, I know you disagree, Mika, but the vocals in this song are fucking fantastic. Like, alright.
They have their moments where they are, like where they really are.
But like,
I think the whole song.
First of all, Park Avenue has got a pretty good voice, and For You did okay in it, but like this song kind of allowed him to flex it more, I guess. But probably my biggest pet peeve in EDM is the fact that the vocals in like 75% of songs are always going to be about like one or two different subjects, and that's about it. And they repeat
like partying or love.
Partying or love, yes, exactly. And they'll repeat the first verse for the second verse, and they'll like just do dumb shit with it. And this song, it's like it leaves stuff open interpretation. It's about different subjects other than partying and love, and it's fucking awesome. Like and that's why I like Grabbits too, because he really strays from that with his lyrics.
Yeah.
But like I don't know who wrote the lyrics here, whether it was a Nevo or whether it was Park Avenue, but whoever did it did a bang up job. And
I feel like in EDM a lot of the time, like vocals don't get enough respect. Not that to say that like they don't get enough respect from people. I don't think they get enough respect from the artists. Like,
right, it's kind of an afterthought. It's just like, all right, let's bung some lyrics on here and call it a house song.
What it feels like the songs that really feel like the vocal. I know I say it every time I want to talk about good vocals, but like some of the most like where I can really tell that the vocalist and the artist really cared about getting the vocalist just perfect in this song was Skyline, obviously.
Skyline, yeah.
Because I can never stop jerking that song off. Yeah.
That's why I like Losing You so much too. You can tell that like the song fit around the vocals and all that. And that's kind of what I thought this song did really well too. I think it's probably my favorite Nevo track on the label. It's either that or his remix of The Girl, but It's pretty damn good. And everything else, I kind of would be repeating everything you two have said. I don't think it's a perfect song, but it's pretty good.
I have a feeling it's gonna grow on me. Like something's telling me that by the end of this album, I'm gonna be ranking this in the top 15. Like, it's a similar thing that I have with Someone New. Like, Someone New, when it came out, I was like, this is shit, and now it's number 3 on 30. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But is that all you guys have to say on this one?
Hope I can make you see my way. Oh, yeah, I mean, the only thing about this song, I guess, is, like you said, it's not breaking boundaries, but, yeah, and then waiting on your call, that part in the chorus is
that's like the only part of the vocals I don't really care for, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he sung it well, but, I don't know, that's the only lyrical, I guess, flaw, in my opinion, but, yeah, the production in the song, I really enjoy, like, as soon as the vocals kick in, you got the kicks and the snares and slidey bass, slidey sub bass, I should say. I think it's just really enjoyable, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Is that so? That's all we got to say on it.
That's all I got.
I love the melody.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That moves us on to what I'm sure is going to be the most, unanimously agreed on song today.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe not. Who knows? It depends how much people like Bro Step. But, we got Escape by Noise Storm, which of course is a big track. Everyone's hyped because it's fucking Noise Storm and everyone loves Noise Storm. I mean, I'm just going to go first. I'm going to have the most controversial opinion. It's okay. It's okay. It sounds like Heist, like, a lot. But breaks.
Anti-hero or
I don't know. Does it? Oh, maybe it sounds like Anti-Hero. I forget.
I think Anti-Hero totally sounds like...
I was gonna say it's Anti-Hero breaks, essentially.
Yeah.
It's... I wouldn't say it's exactly that, because this is obviously, its own thing, but... Yeah.
Yeah. It's... I have this thing where I can't... I find it hard to get behind both Noise Storm and Droptech, and I don't know why. Because they're both artists that make heavy, hard-hitting, fast, complex music, which is shit that I always love. But for some reason, I often find it hard to get behind their songs. Had that issue with Heist, had that issue with Anti-Hero, and I'm having that issue with this song. I'm listening to it, and I'm thinking, this is cool, this is good, this is inventive, this has got cool sound design, this has got a good beat, this is breaks, this is awesome.
This is something like you should
sort of
issue.
I just don't. Yeah. I don't dislike it.
You said Droptech too.
I just don't like it that much. Which I know people are going to be mad about that. The album art's good though. I like the album art.
Oh, the album art's great. Yeah.
I saw that he made the album art too.
Yeah, because he does all those.
Did he make it like Unreal Engine or something?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's how he.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, he does those like photorealistic things.
Yeah.
They're cool.
Yeah.
I don't have too much to say on this song. Yeah, like you said, it just sounds a lot like Anti-Hero. It's got the cool brass stuff that Heist did well. The beat's good, but it's just the main high-pitched, I don't know what to like. It's almost like a squeaky, squealy sort of noise.
He's got those like Middle Eastern
vibes
sort of going on.
I don't really love that. Like an example of that style I really like is Bass Charmer, but here it just isn't. I don't know. I don't want it to make it sound like I dislike it, because I do enjoy it, and I'm sure it'll be in my top 15, top 20 at the end of the album, but I'm just contrasting it on what I assume everyone else's opinion will be. So, how do you feel about it, guys?
I think I'll go first, because I kind of actually agree with you a little bit, Mika.
Really?
Alright, it's not, I really like it. It's Noise Storm, but it's the first Noise Storm song that hasn't blown me out of the park since Heist. Which is weird. It's kind of a weird comparison, but it kind of reminds me of Nemesis by Rogue in the way that it kind of blends a few of his previous tracks together. In this case, I hear a lot of Anti-Hero, and then I hear a lot of Sentinel Barracuda, where I like, with like the breaks, the really heavy drums and the breaks, the Middle Eastern sort of melody to it. And that second drop is amazing, in my opinion. Like that drop has me like, really liking this song, but the first one, it's okay. I don't love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ethan, tell us. What?
Oh man, I thought it was gonna be the only one that was like not as keen on this song as the next one.
Okay,
Like,
so
we all
we
don't like
all
it
three
that
have
much.
the
Same
exact
boat as
same
you guys.
opinion.
I
Also,
thought- Pretty much. I was like, it's not as good as a lot of people make it out to be, but it's still a great song.
Yeah,
obviously,
totally.
'cause I don't think I dislike any of Noise Storm stuff.
Yeah, I don't dislike it either. I
no,
just
and
don't
it's-
actively love most of it like everyone else seems to.
Yeah. Right. And you mentioned earlier, I think you said it's like you had a lot of drop text stuff. It's hard to get behind, and Noise Storm too. I was the same way.
Yeah,
too,
like,
to go off topic a
Rupture,
little bit,
I
like,
just
for drop
can't
text, it was
do, like, at all.
I don't know what it is.
I
But,
find
yeah.
a lot of his stuff is, like... I wouldn't say it's based around one noise in a similar way to like, one sound dubstep, but it's sort of like he finds a couple of sounds that are really cool, and then he just puts them in the song, and they're often... Even though the beat and BPM is fast, like, they're often not... Like, the prime example of this is Rupture, which is, like, fast beat, but the main actual sounds are quite slow, and I just... Rupture, I just really
Yeah,
don't like the main
a lot of
sound
his-
there,
Right.
and the main chord
I
progression.
think it's just that they're not too memorable.
Yeah.
They're good.
Like,
They're
Warhead
good,
was amazing. That is,
Oh,
like...
yeah, right.
Warhead and Scorpion
You
Pit
don't know Warhead.
VIP's last drops are both, like, in the toss-up for the best D&B drop on the label, in my mind.
Oh man. Oh yeah.
Like, honestly, fucking Scorpion Pit VIP, oh my god, it's so good, and
That is amazing.
and the last drop of Warhead is also just fucking so good. Yeah.
Yeah, you can hear a lot of drop tech in
Yeah,
that second
definitely,
drop
definitely.
Yeah, but to get back on topic, Escape, I like it more than... Alright, I guess I'll talk about his breaks, because, it's breaks, so... I like it more than Sentinel. I don't like it as much as Barracuda.
Oh, Barracuda's amazing.
Probably, Oh man, Barracuda.
What about his remix of Bring the Madness?
20 Monstercat. Oh man, I love
Oh, it's so good. The last drop
That song is
awesome.
like also top 20. Wow, the elements in that song are so cool. Like, yeah, he uses brass really well,
Yeah.
like you
Love
said,
Bring the Madness.
in his songs.
So good.
Like that intro for Anti-Hero, that's...
if you don't get
something
hyped
that's
by
gonna
hearing
be
that
stuck in your
trombone,
head.
I don't know what would get you hyped.
Yeah,
Oh, I know.
totally.
Boom, boom,
Yeah, it is a good. It's a good hype.
but- it's so cool. Like, I like those elements in this song too, but I don't know. There's something about Escape that's just like, it's, I don't know. It's not something too different from the rest of his break
Totally.
songs, because Barracuda had that bridge section that was really really cool, like right after the first drop,
Yeah.
and then I can't pinpoint like a part in the song that I absolutely love more than another part of this song, but as a whole, it's still really good. It'll probably be top 15 as well for 31 when it comes out.
Yeah.
It's enjoyable. It's just not extremely memorable, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a perfect example of a song where now if Pete was on the podcast, he'd be yelling at me, but breaks to me
trigger
is just
Pete
such a genre where unless it's done really well, it doesn't feel like it's really that important or that big of a part of the song. Like the breaks element of this song feels so, I don't know, expendable to me. I feel like this song would have been just as good if it was drum step or electro or
Yeah, if you'd have made it
anything
electro
else.
or hell, even like bass house, just made like a house beat instead of a break beat, I think it would have been better, honestly. Which is weird.
I don't think it
'cause
would have been
usually
better.
listen to that.
This would have been
I just don't think it would
this would have been really cool
feel
to hear.
different at all. Like, in order for me to notice the beat in the song, I need to really pay attention to it, which is something that I don't often get, but for some reason I get it with a lot of these breaks tracks.
Okay. I guess it depends on the
And
breaks.
I hope he... I know this won't happen, but I really hope he'll end up making like a drum and bass VIP. Sort of like how Surge
Oh,
went
man,
for
yeah.
this song.
Surge
'Cause
VIP.
I can see this being drum and bass.
Well, he should have just done the thing where the second drops D&B. That would have fixed the great song, best song.
You sped it up from 130 to 170.
Yeah, totally. That would have been amazing. Yeah, but
Yeah, that would have been really cool. Oh.
This is a bit off topic, but I brought up the Bring the Madness recently. And am I the only one in the world that likes the original mix of Bring the Madness?
I think it's good. It's not great, but I think it's alright.
I like it. I like a lot of the remixes more, but speaking of noise,
everybody in my friend group hates the original Bring the Madness, and I did for a while. But I listened to it recently. And I'm like, oh my god, this D&B drop.
The D&B drop is good.
Absolutely fucking amazing.
It is cool.
Awesome.
The growls in that song are
totally.
Like, you can tell it's like Excision doing it.
The biggest issue with the original though is that the vocals are too slow. Like the Noise Storm remix speeds them up and makes them actually sound like rap and actually sound awesome. But in the original mix, they're just like awesome, I don't know. They sound like. Of course, I've listened to the remix so many times, and the original not many. Whenever I listen to the original, it's like Jesus, that's slow. I always forget. Yeah, but so is that all you guys have to say on Escape?
Yeah, pretty much. I think so.
Awesome. That brings us to the final track this week, my personal favorite track, the Barely Alive remix of Deep in the Night by Snails and Pegboard Nerds. And so this podcast wasn't around when Deep in the Night was released. I think Deep in the Night was actually the
last release
before we started the podcast. Yeah.
Oh wow.
And oh my god, do I love that track! It is. It's Snails, and it's amazing. But I hear a sigh. Ethan, do you not like it?
Well, no, I thought you were just about to go on about the remix, but the original, it's not bad. I like it more now than I used to, for sure.
It's got such cool sound design.
This remix is such an amazing take.
It is. It's.
I love it.
It sounds like. It is. I thought it was bro step at first because it does have a lot of that vibe to it, but it is hybrid trap.
Yeah.
And it's. It's just. It's that heavy, unrelenting sound, and it just keeps changing. It's so like, I don't know, just every sound in the song is just, it sounds like its own cool sound, and besides a couple really generic dubstep sounds, there's just so many cool things happen in the song. I absolutely love it. Yeah, especially you know in the second half of the drop, there's like this really high reverb sort of like I don't even know. There's like almost like a percussion sound. I honestly don't know how to describe it. This song's. I think I like it more than the original. It's fucking amazing. It keeps everything that made the original cool, and then gives it awesome trap backing and bass, and makes the drops even more awesome. Yeah. How do you guys feel about it?
Oh man. John, do you want to go first? Or shall
I can go. So
yeah, go.
We haven't had Barely Alive on Monstercat in 3 years, and I don't think people realize that, but it's been a while since the last time they were
release?
on the Apollo remix.
Like a remix with Astronaut.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yep, they had the Apollo remix, they had the Collide remix with Astronaut, and they haven't done anything on here since. Since then they had the We Are Barely Alive album, which was really good. But
it was
a month or two ago, they came out with the Domain EP, and I really did not like that. So when I saw that they were remixing Deep in the Night, I was kind of. I mean, like I heard the preview of it, but like, I'm one of those people that like the preview doesn't really do much for me. I have to hear it in the context of the song, and I thought. I honestly didn't think I was going to enjoy this song, but I do. It's really good, and it's a really good remix. It fixes basically everything I disliked about the original and makes it into a really solid trap song.
Yeah, and it isn't one of those remixes that just like takes one melody and then just like completely changes everything else, and like it has like very little.
Yeah, it's faithful to the original. Like surprisingly,
it captures everything that made the original great and just improves on it significantly.
Yep. Yeah.
Barely Alive, I mean, he's made some shit songs, but he's also an amazing artist. He reminds me a bit of Guetta in that way. Like, he's made some genuinely awful songs that don't even sound like music. They just sound like high-pitched noises that hurt your ears. But then he's also made stuff like No Time, which is one of my favorite songs of all time. So, Yeah, he's, oh my lord, he's fucking, yeah, this remix just blew it out of the park for me. I wasn't expecting to like it that much, but, oh, it's such cool sound design here. Really good. If Pete was here, he'd, I know Pete hates it, he really doesn't like it. Probably because of the 2012 sounding high-pitched dubstep squeaks, but, oh, so good, yeah. So you guys got anything else to say on it?
I didn't really.
Oh shit! Sorry, I'm a bad host. Go boy.
It's okay. No, I really was looking forward to talking about this song because, oh my god, when I first heard the preview, unlike John, I was like, I need to hear the full thing. Like, well, no, that is like you, John, but like I was already hooked on it.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to hear the full thing just so I could, you know. But oh man, where do I start? Like, it is so faithful to the original, which I love. Even though, you know, I wasn't too big on the original, it's sort of coming around to me. And, man, Buried Alive just uses all those elements and combines his own style with it so well. And hybrid trap, I love hybrid trap so much. And, oh my god, the sounds, everything about this song. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, I love the drops. They had like both sections of each drop are so well done.
Totally.
Sound design, everything. I mean, when I first heard this, I heard it live on the podcast. I was like, no way. I didn't think it was actually going to be on Monstercat just because, you know, Buried Alive hasn't been here since, you know, that astronaut remix of Apollo.
Yeah.
So, man, I'm so glad it's here because I love this song so much. So much. So good.
It does have a bit of that, like, kitchen step sound to it at times, which I love.
Yeah.
It sounds like a dude sitting in an empty, like, you know, train tunnel, like, just throwing shit at a wall.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah. Yeah. I did not expect to like this as much as I do, but... Pity it won't be in the album because it's a remix, but if it was, I bet it would be in my top 5. It's fucking...
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I'd have it that high, but it's really good.
Yeah, I if Pete's on next week, I just want to quickly ask him how much he hates us. Because I know he doesn't like it.
I'm amazed though. Like, Escape is my least favorite song from this week, but I like Escape.
Yeah.
Like each song this week was so.
I think I put Chardonnay below.
I
Escape,
love each
but...
song. Well, that was last.
Oh,
week,
you're talking about just the 3. Okay.
Just this week. Yeah. Well, if we're including Chardonnay, that's definitely the one I dislike the most. But...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that conclude our
great week?
I just want to mention that it's expected, but the album art for this remix is incredible.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like
That's
Barely
so cool.
Alive. It's like the
Good
bank
touch.
robbers and snails and the nerds is like the superheroes chasing them. That's so good.
Yeah, Barely Alive would be a bank robber. But yeah. So news, eh? I'm gonna have to do this myself because we have no Pete's and no Jake's to carry it for us. So I basically just like snipped everything interesting out of Jake's videos and made them into my own. So. Yeah. Don't DMCA strike me, please.
Yeah.
But so the first piece of news, this might be odd news, I'm sure everyone already knows, but Space Cadet has been legitimately confirmed, Space Cadet 2, sorry, by Nigel Funn, because
Nigel Funn.
Jake... Nigel, what the...
Nigel Funn? Oh,
shit.
New artist.
Yeah. No, but Nigel Good, because Jake asked him, is Space Cadet 2 gonna happen? And he said, yeah, but I'll think of a better name than that. So, you can be expecting something that sounds a lot like Space Cadet 2 that isn't called Space Cadet 2 coming out one day. I don't know if it'll be on Monstercat, but it's by Nigel Good, so it will be great.
I don't care if it's on Monstercat, it's gonna be so good.
Yeah, it's... Yeah, definitely. Alright, second up in the news, there was a preview for a new Faint DMB track, and it sounds fucking insane. It was at a concert...
Does it?
It doesn't sound like... I'm not sure if it'll be on Monstercat. It hasn't been like a Monstercat preview. But what it has been is fucking very, very heavy and sounds a lot like a Snake Eyes Fury sort of sound. Only faster.
Way.
And look, I'll link it to you now.
I think it will be on Monstercat because really
yeah.
he's kind of bounced back and forth between Monstercat and Liquid City since like since he
Yeah.
kind of took that hiatus, and this isn't
Yeah.
going on Liquid City.
Yeah, it ain't going to Liquid City.
Oh,
Alright,
oh man, I cannot wait.
it's in
to
the
listen to
podcast
it.
text chat.
Fury?
So that oh my god, I haven't been this excited for a DMV track in a while. It's so fucking good.
You just got me so hyped. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Fury was the first song I listened to on Monstercat when, like, House was the song that got me into Monstercat. But, when I first subscribed, that was the first song that was released when I was subscribed, so,
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, this ties back so far. Wow. Gonna listen to it as soon as this podcast is over.
Yeah, it's absolutely friggin' awesome.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's just growly, bassy. I don't. It'd probably be Neuro if it was going to be anything, but it's fast. It's really fast. Okay, what else happened? There was a really, really cool sounding mystery track, which we still don't know who it is, but it's future bass.
I have my
and
theory.
it sounds
Kinda...
sounds
I
complex
have a theory, too.
and interesting. What's your theory? Who do you think it is?
All right, so I've heard Drulu is kind of the main one. I've heard people
I
saying
don't think it's
Casbo,
Drulu.
which I don't think it's Casbo. I've heard Subtact.
I've heard that
I've
too.
heard
I don't
Grant.
think so.
My theory is that this is the Drulu and San Holo collab.
Ooh,
Oh man,
'Cause-
I've heard that.
but I don't think
elsewhere,
Drolo are
too.
coming back on Monstercat.
I think
Or
that, I
otherwise
think
they
they
would've
will
released
be,
in
to be
time.
honest.
I could see it. Drolo and Drulu,
Yeah.
and San Holo.
God,
Yeah,
I love
well,
San Holo.
they're definitely
I,
collabing on something, and it's kind of not
Yeah.
sure what it's going to be. I thought it was going to be on Bitbird,
I
but
forgot about that.
I think this is it because there's parts that sound like Drulu's stuff, but like there's other parts that were like, okay, this doesn't really sound like anything they've made. It's probably not them, but it sounds like San Holo's stuff. So like that's the most reasonable explanation. As much as I would love Casbo coming back on Monstercat, I'm pretty sure it's
Oh, Casbo
Hell-
is so
Yeah,
good.
I don't think it is.
Yeah. Yeah,
I would love to see that too.
it
but,
just, from what I remember,
you are not the.
from what I remember, it just sounded like an incredibly complex future-based song. Like,
Yeah, definitely
That's
complex.
yeah. So, in
Interesting vocal.
very exciting news that I'm sure everyone's going to be super hyped about, this new Haywire t-shirts.
they look pretty dope. To be fair,
Oh yeah,
They're just like
I might get one.
keys falling down.
Pretty cool.
The only sort of, I don't know, like, I don't see the point of getting a shirt that just has keys falling down. I want a shirt that has a big old Haywire logo in the middle of it, so people know I like Haywire. But, alright, what else happened? We had a World and Smile track released on Heroic.
man, I still haven't listened to that. I'm stupid.
It's shit. Don't bother listening to
Oh,
it.
really?
It's pretty good. Oh.
Nah, it's shit.
Oh boy.
You know, I love World, so I mean.
Yeah. No, it sounds like exactly what you'd expect. It's generic future based with a bit of World. It's awful.
It's. Yeah, it could have been done better. I mean, I don't love the song, but I'm hyped about the tour. They're coming to my city, so.
Must be nice.
Hype on that.
Yeah. But,
Hype on that.
I have no one to go with, though. I have no one to go
In-
with. No one likes the music I listen
In really big news, new Grabbits album is going to be coming out. It's going to be off Monstercat, and it's not going to be electronic. I am so interested in this because all of Grabbits' non-electronic sounding stuff he's done, you know, like all of his instrumental guitar and drum work in, you know, the songs he's been releasing recently are just incredible. And as long as it's not just like him singing with a sad piano or sad guitar, this could be like, this could be amazing. And so I'm super excited for that.
Yeah.
You guys interested?
Yeah, I think I'd be really interested in that too, because my favorite album is Come to the End Then Stop, and that, for the most part, that's pretty acoustic.
Yeah.
based. You know, that it's definitely intriguing. I'll definitely take a listen when it's out.
Yeah. In interesting news, there was a preview of a new Bass Nectar and Dirty Phonics song that will be releasing on Monstercat soon, and it sounds pretty good. Pretty good. The fact that Bass Nectar are releasing on Monstercat is a pretty big deal,
That
if I
is
remember
huge,
correctly.
yeah.
Yeah. That's
He was the
pretty
first
massive.
person I really got into, and I got into electronic music like 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah, same
That-
here.
that's kind
Like
of a
when
s-
I first really got into like shitty dubstep when I was 12,
Yeah, me
Bass
too.
Nectar had a what was it called? The song was called like Gold Dust by Bass Nectar, I think was the song. pretty shit. Yeah, I went back and listened. It was pretty shit. But yeah, that's that. There's a preview. All the links to all this stuff we've talking about will be in the description if you want to check it out. So in bigger news, very big news, very exciting news, Muzzy EP is coming close. It'll be here soon because the way we can tell is Muzzy made on Twitter his profile and banner just black, so you can't see anything. That's what he did just before whatever it was called was going to come out last year. The factory thing.
Might have
Yeah, and so yeah, new Muzzy. I love Muzzy so much, and apparently it's going to sound like Lost Metropolis, so that's exciting because Lost Metropolis was a very cool idea for a song.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What else we got? We have Tristan and Steven are going to be putting out a track. No, that's not Stephen Walking. That's Steven.
This better be as good as I hope it is.
And this is a big deal. Like, Steven he's big. He's had some, like, you know... Oh, God, my dog.
Crossfire? Oh, my God. So good.
Steven has had some, like, SoundCloud chart-topping songs. Which is exciting for Monstercat. It's not quite as big as, like, something like Marshmallow, but it's big.
Is it going to be on Monstercat?
I'm not sure. All I know is that there's a preview of Tristan and Steven doing a track together, and it sounds pretty good. It sounds like vocals and Steven singing, and he sounds like Steven. And then there's also going to be a solo Tristan track coming out soon enough. But there's also a preview of up on Tristan's channel. It sounds kind of really shit, to be honest.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't like it at all. You can check that out. It'll be in the description. It's boring. In exciting news, new Legion Direct track will be coming out very soon. I don't know when, but it is called Tomorrow, which is confusing because every time I watch Jake's video talking about this, I think he says it's coming out tomorrow, but it's called Tomorrow, and it's coming out some other time. But heard a preview, sounded good. According to Pete, it's too vocal heavy, but from what I've been able to tell, it sounds nice in a.
I mean, it's Legion Direct. Like, they'll make it work.
Yeah, they don't do that.
Have you guys heard
I
of
have
it?
not yet.
Also, on the topic of Direct,
Oh.
on the topic of Direct, a new Direct track came out off Monstercat called Running Out it's on Spotify now, it'll be on Beatport, I'm sure, and iTunes. It is so good, like everything Direct's made in like the last 4 years, it's amazing. Listen to it, please, it's great. If you like Direct, you'll love it, because, I mean, when is Direct not great? What else we got? We've got the Deep in the Night remix package, which will have Muzzy, Dion Timmer, and Barely Alive. It'll probably have some other artists. What was the dude that did like that metal-sounding Deep in the Night remix thing? Trying to remember it. It sounded like it had like lots of like power electric guitar and stuff. I don't know. It was some big artist. I'm just forgetting the name of it, but that is probably going to be on that as well because that was getting played at a Pegboard Nerds event. That sort of stuff. Okay, we also have a new Rootkit song coming out soon. He put a Twitter post saying, "Oh, new stuff soon. Cool."
I remember he
Don't
had
be
something.
like Wildfire.
This was like 6 months ago that he said like I'm working on a track that's like 3 genres or something. So if this was that, that would be pretty hype worthy.
Ooh.
Yeah, don't be like Wildfire. Be like House, please.
I liked Wildfire. I'd be okay with another, as long as it's like. Maybe less like Wildfire and more like Do It. I'd be okay with that.
But no, I mean the best, in my opinion, my favorite of his songs is Too Late. I mean that song is just, whoa.
Too Late's pretty good.
Too Late is one of the best songs on the label, I reckon. Then Carry Me Away, second close.
Yeah.
Whoa, what a beautiful song. But yeah, new Rootkit. That's a mixed bag. You know, it could be very exciting, or it could be very average and boring. But, so yeah, there is gonna be in very exciting news, a Gamma remix of Go Berserk coming out soon.
Oh man.
Which is great, because it's my least favourite song on the album, an artist from that is gonna be remixing my second least favourite song on the album, so...
I can't wait until it's just the same exact as the original, but with more kicks.
Yeah. If it's anything like that remix of The Only One. Yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna
Yikes.
say, yeah.
But, new Tokyo Machine song coming out soon. It's gonna be called Blast. There's a preview on Twitter.
You better do better this time, Tokyo Machine.
I know. Like,
Please.
don't just shit out tracks every month.
Quality over quantity.
Please, don't.
Quality over quarantine
Exactly.
in Tokyo.
I would be more happy if you'd only released, like, Fight, OK, and Party. Just, like, that would have been good. But now you're just...
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I like Pixel 2. That one's come around on me, but
Yeah.
Hmm.
New Glacier song coming soon.
that's exciting.
That's got Pete excited, I know, because he loves Glacier.
I can't understand the correlation there.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Yeah, so that's the thing. And then the final piece of news is a song called Home by Nitro Fun, which is going to be coming out soon on Monstercat, which is also exciting because when was the last time Nitro Fun released? Wasn't it
Yeah,
Come
that's
With
awesome.
Me?
No, he had Checkpoint.
Final boss?
He had Checkpoint.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
Checkpoint, right.
And he contributed like
awesome.
3 or 4 8-bit sounds on the 5-way collaboration. And that doesn't
Yeah.
According to the Monstercat
Oh, yeah,
catalog,
break
though,
the
this song
silence,
is going to be at 150 BPM, which is not something Nitro Fun's done before. So I'm
150.
excited
What
to
genres
see
are
this.
150?
Like future bass and dubstep and trap, basically. Which I don't know which of those it would be, but
It'd be future based.
Future
maybe.
Bass would be my
Yeah,
guess.
he said
Ah,
he's
my
been
guess.
going for a new style, so I
But
can't wait to hear
from
it.
the preview
really
I
like
heard,
Nitro Fun.
From the preview I heard, which there's a preview, you can check it out. It sounded like nothing he's ever done before. It didn't sound chiptune at all. Like, at all. It's had, like, piano and a lady singing and stuff like that.
Sort of like Come With Me, almost.
I don't know.
Parts.
It
of
didn't
Come With
sound happy like Come With Me or upbeat. It sounded lower tempo,
Oh, wow.
darker, I guess. Not dark.
Me. Nitro Sad.
Yeah, Nitro
Nitro
Sad.
Sad.
Maybe.
Nitro slightly less fun, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, who knows? But, yeah. So that is all the news that's happened this week. That's gonna bring us to the second last segment of the day, the track of the day. This is the segment where, John, you're gonna help me out here, because I'm gonna go to rng.com and I am going to choose a random album on Monstercat from 1 to 28. Let's see what we've got. Album 6, and then John is gonna go from 1 to 30 to find which track, and then we're gonna find which track that is. I'm not sure if there were 30 tracks on 6, I can't
There was
remember.
20 of them, so...
Alright, so 1
Alright,
to 20.
6 is an interesting one, though. Alright, the number is 14. Oh, Mika's not gonna like this one. It's Rock the Flock by Televisor. I like that one, though. I think Televisor started
do
out pretty
too.
well.
Man, yeah. Let's
Let's see, I can't remember.
It's a little cheesy, but... It's got some
vocals
sick guitar
especially.
solos in there, and I like it.
Oh yeah, it's not their best song, but I really like old Televisor.
Yeah.
But
Mm.
I mean,
I mean,
Rock the Clock, actually.
Of course I
listen to it.
hate the vocals, and I don't know, it's okay. The rest is fine, which is how I feel about like every
It's
bloody
an old song.
Televisor song, which is why I hate them so much. Because their music just doesn't do anything for me, I feel nothing besides just slight irritation.
Slight irritation.
God.
Yeah, I just...
There was a Televisor song recently that
Odyssey.
I really loved.
Yeah,
off Monstercat.
Odyssey was so good.
Man. Oh man, love that one.
I feel like
Yeah,
people
no
wouldn't
surprise
like
that
it,
I haven't
I
probably.
won't
pay
recommend it
attention
to
to
you,
it.
Mika.
I mean, it's Televisor
You probably
featuring
wouldn't like
Danica
it.
Nadeau, so like I don't
Ah!
think very on it.
It's way better than
It's
Dangerous.
definitely
No.
better than
It's
Dangerous.
better than-
No, I don't want to be traumatized again, I won't risk
you
it.
like Dangerous.
I'm not gonna
so-
listen to it. I'm scared.
I don't like Dangerous that much. I think you do.
It's probably my favorite. No, I've come around on some other Televisor.
Be careful with what you're saying, John.
No, I still really like Dangerous, so I think it's one of their best songs on Televisor.
Odyssey is so cool, but Rock Flock.
Dangerous is potentially my least favorite song on the label. I
Oh.
hate
Wow.
it so much.
Goodness.
My hate for that song cannot be understated. Every single second of it is like getting my fingernails torn out one by one and then eating them.
What if it was Happy Hardcore?
Oh my god, Darren Styles remix. Get on it. Oh,
No,
God.
it's
You rock the flock
it's
Nightcore
awful.
remix.
It's just so bad. We're gonna move swiftly onwards to the last segment of the day. This is the non-Monstercat track today. This is the segment where we all pick a track which isn't on Monstercat, which we think you listeners will like, and your duty is to go and listen to it and comment down below how you feel about it. Let us know a track that you know that's not on Monstercat that we should listen to. If we like it enough, we might just bring it on the show next week. That was all on one breath. Got on me. I'm going to go first. So, the track that I'm going to be recommending today is, recently I've been getting back into listening to my Spotify Discover Weekly playlists, which is where they give me 30 random tracks and just be like, hey, you might like these. They're based on your sort of like stuff. And last week I had a couple of really, 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 really good songs that I got. And so the track that I liked the most was called Doris by, what's his name? White Katana. Which I found on Spotify, and it's this future bassy trap type thing, and it sounds a lot like, you know the like the bass, the 808 bass roll type stuff that happened like occasionally in OK by San Holo. Mm-hmm. You know, like between the like little bits of the drop, there'd be like those little like boo 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 like sounding bass things.
Yeah.
This song is like entirely that.
Oh wow,
it's cool. So good. It's got a sort of generic build up, but when the drop comes on, it's just like, it sounds so much like San Holo. It's got those high pitched, like chirpy little melodies and these just such deep bass backing. It's like glitchy and fast, and it's just amazing. It'll be down in the description. Check this track out. It blew my mind when I first heard it. It's just absolutely incredible. Yeah.
When you said Doris, I thought you were about to recommend the first non-electronic song on this podcast, because Doris was an album that Earl Sweatshirt, the rapper, made like a couple years ago.
No.
It's actually really good, though.
I was going to recommend non-electronic stuff. I go recommend Wilderness from the Diablo 2 soundtrack, but that fit into the show. Yeah. But, yeah, so that track's awesome. Go check it out. It'll be down in the description. Listen to it. Let me know how you feel about it. John! Tell me.
Alright, so, bass house is a genre that is either really good or really average to me. There's no in between. I haven't heard a bad bass house song or like a pretty good one. So, and Jaws is like kind of the guy who's got it started. And his first big release on a major label was called Feel the Volume, which was on Diplo's label Mad Decent. It was okay. And Matthew's gonna love me for this one. But Joyride a couple months ago remixed it. Joyride being half of Let's Be Friends, who has a couple releases on the label. And
what?
And
I actually didn't
really.
Yeah, Let's Be Friends produced one of my favorite songs ever. So.
Yep.
Damn.
But yeah.
Dropping
knowledge. Yeah, Joyride. It's called the Feel the Volume Joyride Stick It in Reverse mix, and it's basically more bass house, but way better because it's got a lot more going on. It's kind of got the Joyride like vocal chops and random trap noises, and it's awesome. Joyride's one of my favorite artists in electronic right now, and I love this remix so much. And I just recently remembered it again. So.
Oh jeez, I'm listening to this now. This is something.
Do you like it, or?
Yeah, no, this is good.
Okay.
I love bass house, so of course I like this. Yeah, it's good. That's awesome. Why don't you tell us, Ethan? What's going on, my boy? What is your non-Monstercat track today?
Alright, today we've got a little song. Came out about a month ago. A little less than. It's called Cash by someone who also released a song this week on Monstercat. Or a remix, I should say. It's by Barely Alive. I think it was released on Owsla, and it's sort of got those hybrid trap elements. Brosep for sure. I don't know. It's really cool. And I guess I should say I wasn't too prepared, so I came up with a song last second before I got on the podcast. So I found this little gem. It's pretty good. I like it a lot. It sort of sounds a lot like some of Pegboard Nerd's Brosep. It's got like weaponized Deep in the Night sort of elements to it, but I feel like it's way more well done in the song than a couple of those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because Barely Alive really has some nice sound design, and he uses EQs very well, and there's some great elements in his music. So I really like it a lot. Yeah, but if you don't like really heavy bro step, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like the song at all. Like,
Yeah, I listened to it just then. It was
Sorry, I'm sorry.
It's alright.
I like one song on that EP, and it's called Gumby. But yeah, Cash might. I'm not a fan of that
Abstract.
one. Yeah, it's got Abstract in it.
Yeah.
It's alright though, because we both really like I don't know, Chase It and Matches, so we can bond over that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm also not a big like bro step
Fair
fan,
enough.
so like I guess that's not surprised
Yeah.
that I don't like it.
I haven't really been either, but I don't know, something about the song, I really like it.
Yep.
Haven't heard it until today, but I like it.
Yeah. Well, it's fine. It's alright. Sorry. Well, I think that might just bring us to the end of today's podcast. Thank you all for listening. Thank you for engaging in this show that, I don't know, it's alright, I guess. It's fine.
It's okay, yeah.
It's okay. Thank you guys for coming on. It has been a good time. It's good that you guys are so, able to come on, and good having guests, all that. Good to not have Pete around because, he just ruins everything pretty much. And Jake, well, he's even worse, isn't he? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Jake's... But, no, yes. Commenters, or viewers, whatever, go down below, comment how you feel, whatever we talked about today.
And remember to smash that motherfucking like button.
Yeah,
or
smash
subscribe
it.
button.
Like,
Yes.
Smash it until
Smash
your
it.
monitor's broken. Just
Smash.
yeah. I feed off the comments on this channel. That's how I live. So leave some. I like them. I always respond to them. It's a good time. So yes, thank you for listening. Thank you guys for coming on, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.